the Caribbean, a vast blue horizon where pirate legends still whisper in the wind. I came here searching for a mystery buried for centuries. My small boat sliced through the waves, drawing closer to a remote island said to hide a forgotten tomb. The jungle swallowed every path. Each step was a battle against nature, but I knew the clues were close. Under the dim light, the ancient map revealed itself. Every stroke, every symbol was an invitation into the past. The X on the map, the rumored resting place of a notorious pirate captain. A secret waiting to be awakened. I packed my gear carefully. Every tool was a trusted companion for this journey into the unknown. With each swing of my machete, I carved a path forward. The humid jungle tested both strength and will. Slippery rocks, deep crevices, every step demanded caution. One mistake could be fatal. I paused, aligning the compass with the map. Losing direction here would mean death. The deeper I went, the darker it became. Sunlight could barely pierce the dense canopy. I pushed aside vines and moss, and then ancient carvings slowly appeared on the stone wall. The entrance was here. A narrow, shadowed crack hid behind rock and foliage. A cold breath of air drifted out, carrying the scent of 1,000-year slumber. I switched on my flashlight and looked back at the glowing jungle. In one decisive moment, I stepped into the darkness. The corridor was damp, tightening as I advanced. Water dripped down the rough walls. I reached a fork, 2 passages fading into darkness. One choice would take me deeper into the earth. The tunnel stretched endlessly, cold and silent. My shadow danced on the stone like a ghost beside me. My light swept across a small alcove, rotting wooden chests buried under dust and cobwebs. The first traces of those who once stood here. Inside a cracked chest lay rusted copper coins and a corroded piece of metal, relics of pirates long gone. A collapsed section of tunnel showed signs of someone once trying to dig through. Stones shifted by desperate hands. The space narrowed to a suffocating crawl. I squeezed through the cracks, breath heavy, feeling the weight of stone all around me. At last, the tunnel opened into a wider chamber. I exhaled in relief, scanning the surroundings. Faded carvings emerged on the rock walls. I touched them, cold, ancient, and brimming with forgotten stories. The path led into a vast central chamber. The ceiling soared into darkness, majestic and terrifying at once. My flashlight traced faint imprints on the floor, old tools, or perhaps footprints far more recent. Then, deep in the shadows, a strange glimmer caught my eye. Not gold, something else. I stepped toward the light, each footstep echoing like a heartbeat in the dark. The glow guided me into a narrower passage. The object became clearer, small, buried under dust. I brushed away the dirt, and my heart froze. An iPhone, modern, impossibly out of place in an ancient tomb. The cracked screen left no doubt. A piece of advanced technology in a pirate's resting place? Holding it in my hand, the cold metal sent a chill through me. A contradiction that made no sense. I wiped the dust from the shattered screen, clinging to a faint hope that it might still work. I pressed the power button again and again. Nothing. The device lay silent, lifeless. I rummaged through my backpack for a power bank. A small spark of hope, maybe I could wake it. My hands trembled as I connected the phone. This might be the key to unraveling everything. After a tense moment, the screen flickered alive. A faint battery icon appeared. It was still alive. The battery slowly climbed. I waited, every percent pumping adrenaline into my veins. The iPhone lit up fully, showing its familiar logo. Then the lock screen. A doorway into someone's final moments. The date and time chilled me. Not ancient, just a few years old. A notification appeared, messages, missed calls. This phone belonged to someone who had been here. I tried unlocking it, guessing simple codes, but the iPhone held its secrets tightly. I searched the area around where I found the phone, hoping for another clue, something that fit the puzzle. My fingers brushed a hard object among the rubble, a USB drive. Another piece of the story. I held the phone and USB together. They belonged to the same person. A grave robber? or an unlucky explorer. I found a small adapter in my bag and connected the USB to the phone. Hope flickered once more. The screen blinked. A folder of photos and videos appeared. I was in, but what lay inside? I skimmed the photos, dark corridors, ancient carvings, paths I recognized. But something felt wrong. Then one image froze my breath. A human hand, not skeletal, trapped beneath fallen stones. Horror crawled up my spine. I opened the final video. Shaky footage, darkness, frantic breathing, faint screams, then a deafening collapse. The screen faded, then died completely as the battery drained. Whoever filmed this never made it out. The iPhone became a silent warning in my hand. My face grew pale as fear tightened its grip. I moved slowly now, more cautious than ever. Every sound echoed like a threat. Following the clues from the phone, I reached the collapsed tunnel, the place of fate. I swept away dirt and rubble. A skeletal hand emerged, still clutching scraps of modern fabric. The explorer's remains. My light scanned the scene. A torn backpack with broken tools. Death had come swiftly, without mercy. That bony hand lay beside a carved skull. A warning the explorer must have ignored. A weathered journal rested near the remains. I picked it up gently, hoping for answers. Shaky handwriting filled the final pages. Do not take anything, curse, death. A chill ran through me. I looked again at the ancient carving. Now I understood. It wasn't decoration, but a warning of a deadly trap. Ahead was the entrance to the treasure chamber. Words etched clearly above. Take nothing or doom will follow. Inside, a warm golden glow shone. A vast treasure beyond imagination. Temptation at its purest. My hand trembled, reaching toward the gold. Greed battled fear. The image of the dead explorer's iPhone flashed in my mind. Life versus glory. A single tear slid down my cheek. The decision weighed heavily on my soul. With tremendous resolve, I pulled my hand back. This treasure was not meant for me. I turned away from the gold, stepping back into the shadows. Empty-handed but alive. The long corridor felt different now. The thrill gone, replaced by exhaustion and reflection. I passed the explorer's remains once more, a stark reminder of greed's cost. I crawled through the tight passage again, but now with determination. Survival was my only goal. Emerging into the open chamber, I moved toward the exit. Each step a quiet victory. The tunnel stretched ahead, guiding me toward the faintest glimmer of daylight. The air grew fresher. The distant hum of the jungle returned. I stepped out of the tomb and into the blinding sunlight. Relief washed over me like a rebirth. I looked back at the entrance, a dark mouth that had swallowed lives and secrets. Walking through the forest again, sunlight pierced the canopy. The jungle felt different now, a chapter of the story. At last, I reached the shore. My small boat waited calmly, a symbol of return. My steps left prints on the sand, soon erased by the sea, like memories fading with time. I boarded the boat and cast one last glance at the island, a place of ancient secrets and costly lessons. As the boat drifted away, the island disappeared into a fiery sunset. I carried the iPhone with me, a haunting keepsake. The cracked iPhone lay in my hand, a silent witness to the fate of the man before me. The ocean stretched beneath the starry sky. The island was gone, but its mysteries lingered. Sailing under the night sky, the ocean's silence wrapped around me. One journey had ended, another began within. In my hand, a small stone and a dried leaf, humble souvenirs, not treasures of gold. I gazed into the vast ocean, knowing mysteries endure for those who seek and respect. My eyes felt deeper now, holding wisdom and a quiet sadness. The lesson was etched into my heart. Dawn broke across the sea, bringing a new day. I had returned, changed forever. The iPhone no longer felt terrifying, but a reminder of mortality and the thin line between life and death. My boat glided across the bright morning sea, a peaceful return after a storm of the soul. I placed the iPhone into a protective case. It would be preserved, a tragic relic of history. The coastline appeared in the distance, the promise of familiar life. My hand rested on the boat's railing beside the case. One story had ended, its lesson endured. The boat touched the pier. The sounds of everyday life welcomed me back. I tied the rope and stared into the horizon. The world remained vast, full of hidden wonders. In my quiet workspace, I set the iPhone case on the desk, a testament to an unforgettable journey. The case and the small stone sat side by side, technology and nature, each holding their own story. I sat at my desk, reflecting on my keepsakes. The journey had changed me, taught me respect and restraint. The iPhone remained still, silent. My study now held more than books, it held a story. The Caribbean map on the wall, the island now marked with deeper meaning. My fingers touched the X on the map, a silent tribute to the secrets protected there. I scanned my collection of relics, then paused at an empty space, a reminder of the treasure I chose not to claim. My dimly lit study held the lingering presence of the tale, alive within its shadows. The old compass spun softly, then stilled. The path ahead was clear, guided not by greed, but conscience. I wrote the final lines in my journal, recording everything so the lesson would never fade. The journal and the iPhone case lay side by side. Two relics, two stories, one warning. Darkness slowly filled the room. A faint glow from the desk reminded me the story lived on. A lone pirate coin rested on the table. Not from that tomb, but a reminder of history's enduring allure. A flickering candle lit the room, the fragile light of knowledge against the eternal dark. I turned the pages of an old book carefully, honoring stories long forgotten. My study was wrapped in dim light and soft shadows, a quiet peace after my trials. The screen faded to black in my mind, mysteries giving way to silence. Swirling mist and ancient symbols lingered in thought, echoes of a past never fully gone. A distant glimmer rose and fell like a forgotten memory, the rhythm of exploration. The ocean merged with the night sky, a vast expanse of unending secrets. A soft pulse of golden light beat gently in imagination, the heartbeat of courage and wisdom. A whisper from the tomb seemed to return, a final reminder of warnings never to ignore. Specks of ancient dust danced in the darkness, each holding a fragment of forgotten history. A lone ancient key fell endlessly into the abyss, questions without answers. The shattered iPhone, overtaken by moss in my mind's eye, time conquering all things. A glowing eye opened slowly in the darkness, curiosity awakening again. A deeper whisper echoed, a curse that never fully fades. A single drop fell into an endless pool, every choice rippling across destiny. The glowing X dissolved into starlight, every quest a piece of a greater universe. A distant planet turned silently, life and mystery in eternal cycle. A warm light spread from within, renewal, understanding, hope. White faded into black, an ending and a beginning. A shining question mark lingered, mysteries yet unsolved. A red glow rose faintly, the shadow of warnings still alive. A flash of the broken iPhone pierced the darkness, a final omen. Silence claimed everything, leaving only reflection.